Hi, okay, in this video I'm going to show you how to create a Dropbox. This is a tool that's used within the new Sunspace system for you to create a repository for students to submit their assessments to you. And you can use that Dropbox to access that work, make comments on that work, leave feedback, etc, etc. So I'm going to jump into a module, a virgin module, a blank module. It's got nothing in it. This might look a little bit like some of your modules at this point. And I'm going to pick Med 102. Okay. It's automatically going to jump me into the module homepage, and what you'll see from this left-hand column is that there's nothing in here than the standard default settings that are applied to all module instances. So the first thing I'm going to want to do is go into author mode, and I want to create a module item. Now the module item, well, you can create either a unit or an item. I'm going to create a specific unit actually, and I'm going to call this assessments, so that's quite clear from the navigation panel on the left here that this is going to be the place that students go to get information about their assessment. So now that I've created that header, I'm going to add some items, some individual items to this by clicking unit content items, add items. I'm going to make these specific to each of the assessments. Say for instance your module has multiple assessment modes. You might have a portfolio of work, you might have an essay, you might have a review. You might want to get the students to submit numerous different types of work that you can give feedback on. So I'm just going to type into this assessment 1. I'm going to make it a text and multimedia document. This is what Pearson seem to recommend. Basically that gives you that visual editor that you see on all of the pages, and it also allows students to attach a Word document to it, so I've been told. So click that, then navigate to this little box and create a Dropbox basket, because it's this basket through which the students will be able to submit their work to you. And just kind of rest assured that the students, individual students, their work is not shared with anybody else other than the instructors on the course. So I want to save and add more items. I'll click that button there. And I'm going to add a second assessment. Assessment 2. And again, I'm going to select text and multimedia document. You can actually select Microsoft Office document and web content upload. These two options, exam and threaded discussion, actually grey out this icon, so you can't select them. To be honest, I don't know what they do, so I'm just going to stick with what I've seen on the Pearson tutorial videos and click that. Again, Dropbox basket. And add the items. So that should save now. You'll see on the left hand column over here that I now have 2 assessments. Assessment 1 and Assessment 2. And they're both text multimedia documents. Now, Assessment 1, Assessment Info, I'm going to add a little bit of info here into the visual editor. Actually, I already have some material prepared that can go in there from my module guide. So I'm just going to cut and paste that, copy, and paste it into the visual editor, paste. I mean, you'll want to tweak this yourself and do whatever feels best for yourself, but save the changes, click OK, jump into the module mode, you'll see what the students can see. So that header then basically gives them information about the assessment, and underneath that nest there are 2 spaces for Assessment 1 and Assessment 2. You'll notice that it says the content for this item is not yet completed. That's because all we've done is create the instance, we haven't actually created the specifics. So let's go into the author mode again. We can add information here like, I don't know, submit your work before 3 PM. You can add all sorts of spiel here, whatever you feel is essential or necessary for your assessment. That's updated. You might want to make it really, really simple and say you submit work via the Dropbox tool. Now if you'll notice there's a button up here which says Dropbox. That is the Dropbox tool through which students actually submit the work. You can actually create a link to any tool in Sunspace using this icon here. It looks like a web link button. It is, but it does more than just link to websites. I click that, it's giving me a pop-up. I want to link to a module tool. Click continue, and the tool I want to link to is Dropbox. and I'll just paste in that text again and create an add link. So now I've added a link in here, save those changes, to Dropbox. I mean, the students can quite easily navigate up here, and they will get used to this eventually. But the first instance, if I go to module mode now, you'll see that that text I've entered here is pointing to the same thing, Dropbox, Dropbox. If I click that, you'll get this screen, and you can see there are two assessments, and the students should be, this is the Dropbox basket, the students should be able to click on these and upload or attach documents. But because I haven't seen any of this in actual practice, I really have to kind of offer some reservations here as to how they actually function. Apparently, once this is populated full of students, you'll be able to click on each individual student name, view their work, download any attachments that are uploaded, and you can assign them a grade, which you can use Sunspace. You can use essentially Sunspace to mark work. You can actually append documents, re-upload documents yourself with comments on. You can use stickies in Word, for instance, or you can correct or highlight problematic text. And that's pretty much all I know about the Dropbox function. I'm going to go to author mode. I'm going to go to the Dropbox and just point out that there are some options here. There are no items in my inbox, but none of them are submitted for Turnitin, and there is an edit button and a delete button. So if ever you want to get rid of an assessment, you may have decided that you've made a mistake, you can just delete that. Okay, I don't want to delete that just yet. So that's all I'm going to deal with in this video. I'll deal with the Turnitin process in another.